Hello everybody, SCP Slayer here, and welcome to Doki Anomaly. Yes, this is a goddamn SCP Foundation dating game. Oh my god, this exists, guys. This exists and is weird and surprisingly has a large amount of detail in it from what I can tell already just from the way this home screen looks. I like the way this home screen looks. I did not expect to like anything about this game, but I like the way this home screen looks. The first recorded death associated with SCP-8008 occurred on December 18th, 1997. Okay, I was not. I was about to explain more about this game when I clicked new game. I was not expecting it to go straight into this. Okay, I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting this. Um. So. Yeah. From what I understand, SCP-8008 is the main focus. Clearly, it's an SCP that doesn't exist yet. So it's someone's fan-made SCP. Um, the vic the victim, John Paul Review, Review, 38, Caucasian male, was found pinned under his Dodge truck. Police on scene reported him being smushed to the neck like an empty tube of toothpaste. Hmm. Exact wording. He was also smiling ear to ear and wearing a pair of novelty spiral lensed glasses. The SCP Foundation became involved later when the local detective assigned to the case was also found dead. Dismembered by his own lawnmower, smiling broadly and wearing the same glasses. Apparently, this anomalous pair of novelty glasses, deemed SCP-8008, allows the wearer to fall in love with literally anything. Ah, great. Yes, fucking hell. Okay, so that's the SCP. SCP-8008 log December 6th, 1999. Why near my birthday? Why near the day I was born? Well, after I was born. Why? The entire first cohort of researchers assigned to the anomaly has been redacted. The first 3 researchers were killed by an H2 pencil, a diamond necklace, and a pool noodle. How did a pencil kill someone? Diamond necklace, I'm imagining strangulation, and pool noodle, I have no fucking idea how the hell you die by a pool noodle. The last was found redacted in redacted. All the data after that has been expunged. What am I supposed to do with this? I shut the SCP-8008 case files in disgust and tuck the folder under my arm. Who'd I piss off to get assigned to an anomaly with a 100% casualty rate? Must be because of the SCP-458 incident last month. Stupid infinite pizza box. Damn it. The heavy doors to SCP-173, the sculpture's enclosure, are already open when I arrive. My assistant, Dr. Theron Sharman, smiles briefly at me as I enter the room, then returns to reviewing his notes. He flips his pen in an elaborate loop between his fingers. His nervous fidget. A dozen D-class inmates inside are all staring intently at vaguely peanut-shaped sculpture. Standing motionless in the corner of the room. After all, it only takes an instant when nobody has it in direct line of sight, even a blink at the wrong time, and it will snap all our necks in an instant. Ah, here comes Dr. Fields, now from his experiment with SCP-682. Morning. He seems distracted. Morning, sir. Everything alright? He blinks, seemingly to refocus. Yes, everything's fine. Okay, that when someone in a SCP game says everything's fine, I don't believe that for a goddamn second. I look at the strange pair of glasses Dr. Fields is handing me. This is it. I take SCP-3008. The novelty glasses from him, nothing. Noting how light they are. Just a dark plastic frame and spiral pattern lenses. Dr. Fields wipes his hands off on his lab coat as if to get rid of anything the glasses may have left behind. They look funny, but let me tell you. He swallows nervously. They're no joke. Dr. Fields nods and takes his leave. Alright. I settle into the flimsy aluminum chair at the table provided and activate the microphone. No turning back now. I take a deep breath and put on SCP-8008, the novelty glasses. What the actual hell just happened? Who the fuck? Well, clearly it says 173. Why is 173 humanoid? Hello? I clear my throat, hoping my nerves won't be too noticeable in the video recording. Hello, SCP-173. Whether she's thinking deeply or completely brain dead, I can't tell. Can you understand me? That was something. Yes, she moved. I'll be continuing experimentation with you. Is that alright? She's moving. Were you expecting someone else? If she's looking for my predecessor, she's going to be disappointed. They're not coming back. But maybe we can be friends. I'll be making the same mistake they did. Okay. This is going to be interesting. I don't know which one of these answers to choose. Because the best thing to do in games like this is save often. I'm gonna save here. I won't be making the same mistake they did. Definitely brain dead. Besides me, Dr. Sherman scribbles something in his notes. I stretch in my seat, settling into the rhythm of the interrogation. Our goal here is to clarify exactly how SCP 8008 produces the hallucinations, and to better understand its psionic properties? Psionic properties? I'm guessing it's supposed to say. We'll compare my subjective experiences to the audio-video footage and Dr. Sherman's notes. To begin, I will show you some images. Is that alright? SCP-173. Still no response. Am I doing something wrong? Footage of the previous researchers showed them reacting as if to a conversation by this point. Maybe I might just survive this after all. Okay. I showed her the image of a monarch butterfly in summer. What do you see? She seems distracted by the image, but she's so difficult to read. Next, I show her the image of a human face. And this? She's glaring right at me. Sir, what's wrong? I hadn't realized it, but I'd stood up. The small hairs on the back of my neck were standing straight up. Everything inside me is screaming to get away from this creature. Nothing. I'm fine. It takes all my self-control to force myself to sit down. I can do this. Lastly, I show her an image of her actual face. The blank spray-painted eyes stare up from the paper. Last one, okay? What do you see here? No one. Oh shit, 173 speaks? The hell? She spoke. Maybe I'm getting through to her after all. SCP-173, would you be able to make some sort of sound to let the others know we're communicating? Maybe bang on the table. The twisted body of one of the D-Class personnel is slammed suddenly onto the table, looking up at me, the eyes wide. The body is spasming at the sudden disconnection from his brainstem. His head is turned 180 degrees. What just happened? I didn't see. I blinked. The man on the table has stopped twitching, his irises mid-dilated. Around the room, the remaining D-Class have their backs against the walls. No woman is hyperventilating. One woman is hyperventilating, covering her eyes. I blinked too. And me. And me. Not again. Everyone just happened to blink at the same time. I will remind D-Class personnel that any deviation from eye contact protocol will have severe consequences. We can see that. Beyond the obvious. Right. I almost jump out of my chair as the timer beeps. That's all for today. The sooner these experiments are over, the better. I remove SCP-8008, taking a moment to wipe the sweat from my face. Without the glasses, I can see 173 as it actually is, a monster of concrete and rebar, looming right in front of me. The corpse on the table seems to be staring at it afraid to look away even in death. Ugh. I must have watched the video footage of today's experiment a dozen times now. No evidence of the young woman I'd seen. I scrub through it again, looking for any sign of mental deterioration. Would I even know if I was seeing it? Perhaps tomorrow I'll ask Dr. Sherman to share his notes with me. Explain, please? What the hell's happening? Oh shit, it's one of these games. Alright, Lucky me, I'm actually really good at these. Fuck. There you go. Okay, at least I tend to be good at these. This is starting to showcase I'm not, but eh. This is ridiculous, okay. Holy shit, this isn't even really challenging. What the hell? I think I might have actually started to run out of moves. Shit. Okay, apparently I was click on the face. I wake with a start. What was that dream? Something about legs? And... oh, hello, what the fuck? What the hell? Thank you. For what? She's gone. I reach up and touch my face, terrified that I might find SCP 8008 there. It's just me. So, what did I just see? I dress and head down to the cafeteria to get some water. A clock on the wall reads just past 2 a.m. It's so quiet. I find my way to the cafeteria without incident. It's empty, but for Dr. Singer, the third researcher in our cohort, sitting at one of the benches. She's staring into a hot mug of coffee, hunched over with her elbows resting on her knees. Dr. Singer. She jumps at my voice, spilling her coffee on her hands and dropping the mug with a shout. It shatters on the ground. Sorry, I didn't mean to... No, it's fine. It was an accident. She means it, but I still feel bad. Neither of us say anything as we clean up the mess. Eventually, I break the silence. How'd it go with SCP 096 today? Dr. Singer makes a face as she rinses her hands under cold water. That bad, huh? No. She didn't even talk to me. It's just... she. Dr. Singer pauses for a moment, then blinks. It. Thank you. She turns off the faucet and dries her hands. You were assistant to the previous lead researcher, right? I can't help but ask. She nods. All the data about them was expunged. I was hoping you might be able to... I let my question trail off as I see the paleness of Dr. Singer's face. I don't want to talk about it. Her eyes are cold. But it might be able to help us. It might... I said I don't want to talk about it. Suddenly the room rocks at the sound of a distant explosion. An instant later, the containment breach alarm blares. The containment breach alarm blares to life. Jesus Christ, my ability to read. What the? Dr. Singer and I look at each other in horror as we both come to the same realization. Dr. Fields. We break into a run towards SCP-682's temporary containment chamber. Maybe we're not too late. The alarms are deafening. I've only ever heard them once before, at the site I had been transferred from. 14 people had died that night. The hallway rocks violently. Fine dust pours from the concrete ceiling, catching in my throat as we run. I cough hoarsely, my lungs already burning from the unfamiliar exercise. My worst fears are confirmed as we round the final corner. All I can see is a cloud of bellowing dust and stone debris. Huge shards of rock have gouged the walls on the far end of the corridor, exploding from the wall that had been SCP-682's temporary containment chamber. I jump as a hand grasps my trouser leg. This is made by a British developer, I can already tell. The word trouser is not used very much in the English vernacular anymore. To my horror, I recognize Dr. Vida, the fourth and final researcher in our cohort. His lips and chin are crimson with blood. His torso has been pulped. Has been pulped? Is that what this is? Pulped? I never heard that used in the terms of describing how someone's dying. Okay. Pulped by metal shards. Metal shrapnel, I should say. I barely have time to process this before a shape looms out from the new hole in the wall. It's big. Ahead of us, Dr. Fields is standing with his arms raised towards it. I can't see his face, but I know he's wearing SCP-8008. The massive Keter-class anomaly crawls over the pile of debris. Yellow acid smoke pours off its body. It spots Dr. Singer and I. My body freezes, pinned by those hateful yellow eyes. My beloved, my queen. He looks so small next to her. I did as you asked. Now we can be together. Disgusting. It snaps Dr. Fields up in its crocodilian jaw faster than I can believe. Dr. Fields screams as SCP-682 shakes him back and forth like a doll. I hear his body breaking. SCP-8008 flies off and lands near my feet. A wave of desire to put them on washes over me. Oh boy, this is probably going to be a very pivotal choice. So, we're just going to save over this one, because this one was probably important, but it probably doesn't matter anymore, because... no, actually, we're going to save right here. Resist. I resist the urge too terrified to even move. His screams become gurgles as he disappears into the SCP-682's maw. Gunfire erupts from behind 682. I hit the floor just as bullets whip through the air around me, sending up sprays of sharp stone everywhere. They hit the tiles. I cover my head. Even above the sirens and the gunfire, I can hear SCP-682 shriek as it enters a rage state. The floor rocks under me as another section of the building collapses. Then suddenly, a shower of debris and bullets stops. Even sound seems muted. I decide to risk it carefully. I open one dust-covered eye to see a pair of bare, gray feet standing just inches from my face. After a moment of confusion, it dawns on me. SCP-096 had been moved into the adjoining cell block for testing. I cover my eyes in an instant, praying I haven't seen its face somehow. I see SCP-096's feet. To see 096's face is certain death. Yes. You. Its guttural voice rings through the high-ceilinged chamber, followed by a howl from SCP-096 as it too enters a rage state upon being glimpsed. I blindly begin to crawl away from the sound of fighting as the two anomalies clash. I hope desperately I'm going in the opposite direction. Something bumps into my hand, something light and plastic. I don't have to open my eyes to know it's SCP-8008. Again, my mind screams to put them on and see. We're gonna go with the resist route. We're gonna go with the resist. I wanna see what the resist does. I resist. I won't end up like Dr. Fields. I won't. A huge chunk of concrete strikes me in the back, crushing the air from my lungs. In a whoosh. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. My vision goes soft around the edges as the life is slowly crushed out of me. Is this it? Something is pulling on my legs. Something impossibly strong. I feel hands around my ankles. I gasp as the pressure on my chest is released and light returns to the world. What the fuck? You're okay. 173, what the hell? I've got you. I won't ever let the others have you. The fuck? What the fuck? She's gone. I hear voices. I hear Dr. Sherman shouting. Why is he shouting? Doctor, can you hear me? I try to respond, but it turns into hacking cough. My throat is full of dust. You're alright. He helps me to sit up and waits while I cough a while longer. Miraculously, I seem to be unharmed. Let's get you to the medical ward. He supports me as I stand. Glancing backwards as we turn to leave, I see the slabs of concrete that almost killed me. And the trail through the dust from where SCP-173 had dragged me to safety. Why? It's a good question. Now I'm confused. I'm hooked up to several machines in a private room. My heartbeat sounds quick and irregular on the monitor. Isn't this a bit excessive? Dr. Sherman looks up at me from his chair in the corner. His lips twist into a weary grin. You know, for someone so smart, you're a real idiot. Heh. Fair. I lean back in my nest of pillows. Is Dr. Singer alright? Yeah, she's fine. She had the sense to run when she saw what happened to Dr. Fields. I nod awkwardly. He stands and hands me a glass of water from the bedside table. I drain the glass, not realizing how thirsty I'd been. And the breach? Dr. Sherman sighs at that, then shoves his hands in his pockets. Word around site is they were able to recontain both SCP-682 and 096, but SCP-173 is missing. Should I tell him SCP-173 saved my life? Its containment chamber was found open. We need to find SCP-173. I think I might be in danger. That's as much as I'm willing to say. Dr. Sherman's eyes narrow. The task force personnel are already down in the tunnels searching for it. They won't find her. They won't find it. Right, sorry. Why not? How do I explain it to him? We need to ask someone who was there. Everyone who saw what happened was torn apart other than you. Not everyone. Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Theron, I don't have a lot of time. It's hard to explain. He crosses his arms for a moment, then seems to deflate. Fine. Suppose someone has to keep watch over you. A chill runs down my spine at that. I can't help but wonder if SCP-173 is watching me even now. There's no time to lose. Well, okay. I'm gonna end this episode here. This was far more interesting than I was expecting. I was expecting this to be just a ridiculous and funny little game to play. But no, there's an actual fucking story here. It's actually kind of good. It's kind of interesting. It has that SCP vibe and it has that feel. And I honestly kind of like it. It's clearly ridiculous. But it makes sense for the SCP universe, because the SCP universe has a lot of ridiculous shit in it. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to end this video here. So, I hope everyone has enjoyed, If you wish to join the ranks of the SCP Foundation, don't forget to shoot that like button, slay those comments, and contain that subscribe button. Anyway, guys, I will see you all in the next video, live stream, or whatever I do next. Peace!